on the break, Kathy was bringing forward something that comes forward a lot, especially when Ani and I teach together. And you'll have to make your own determinations. The three of us, Ani, Sharon, and I, have never really come to any kind of conclusion about it. Yes, there is a danger to teaching from the absolute, I guess if you'd want to call it, point of view. Because if a certain kind of ego hears it, it will use it for its own devices. And this is why moral codes and religions have developed. And I don't know. I can't teach morality. I don't have any ideas about it. No, I know Kathy's not asking me anything. No. You just brought forward a good point. I'm not speaking for you right now. No, yeah, I'm not speaking for Kathy. I'm expounding on something that you brought for a curiosity you had. And it's been a curiosity for all of us too. And I heard Aja talk about it too. So I'm just expounding on it. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I don't know. There probably is that danger out there. I can't see it here. And if I did see it here, I would abandon that seeing. You understand? If I did see it, I would assume that the reason it was here is because there was something here that could still see it. The danger is for somebody to take a teaching like, I don't have to suffer the consequences of karma. I don't have to suffer the consequences of karma. I can just be as I am in every moment. And to a certain kind of ego, that means I can get away with all kinds of whatever. I'm just not going to see that. So, it's like Byron Katie again. Here she comes. There's this, and there's the apparent that, and then there's God's business. And you just sort of never sit down in this seat if you didn't have a certain amount of faith in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. I don't know how to say it. Do you have anything you want to add to that? You don't have to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. As we learned in the fall. That's true. Thank you for that. This fall. Yeah, I'll do it now. This fall, we did have an instance where some harm, unintentionally and innocently and unconsciously is the best word, unconsciously came into the Sangha. And I, because I was a teacher at the time, did have to be the temple dog. And I've seen Aja be the temple dog. I was at the retreat in Tahoe that everybody talks about with the man in the big horned hat who was not behaving well. And Aja had to say, "You're not behaving well, and I got to take care of the group. You're going to have to." And we had not totally similar specifics, but a similar situation at fall retreat. So yes, I understand. I understand that sometimes the unconsciousness that is going to be coming forward in the light that, this Sharon called it a searchlight, of these kind of teachings is going to bring forward some very unconscious behavior, and we have to deal with that. And it's not just ignored and said, oh, yeah, that's fine, don't worry, believe me. That was not the case. It was a very challenging, very illuminating journey here. Heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. But it had to be. I had to stand up. I didn't want to. That was my first reaction. I knew I couldn't follow it. It wouldn't have been Love's response at all. It would have been Jennifer's personality, like, I'm going home now. Y'all do what you want. I got a good scene right up the hill. Honestly, that was that. And Barb and Trish were like, they kind of looked at me like, is she serious? So, I was like, don't worry, guys. I could see it on their faces. I said, don't worry, I'm gonna stay put. But tempting. But I'm not gonna sit down in this seat and speak to this recognition from a place of like suspicion and history, and if I say that, fear. If it comes, well, then it's a treasure, and it might be really hard. Okay. Thank you, Kathy. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Sharon, for reminding me.
Who did you go
Here.
to?
Here.
When Punjaji couldn't go to the US, the non-deal was just hitting all over the world in many ways. And his health wouldn't allow him to do that. And so he asked Gangaji to be the Ganges and to, spread the non-dual. And she said that Punjaji, there's danger. And 25, 30 years ago, there really was. It was much more solid and structural and separate traditions. And he just said, oh, yeah. She said there could be really harm. A lot of harm could happen. And he said, oh, but it's time.
Yeah.
So we're here because it's time.
Yeah.
And there are some of us that are open to that there is no division of any kind.
Yeah.
And so that's part of why we're here, is to bring that through and then to live as it came from it.
Absolutely.
So it's time.
It is time. Thank you. And that is a big piece of it, and something Ani and I have kind of endlessly spoken about. Because if I am sincere, integrous, and responding as a moment, if that razor's edge is lived, there is no movement whatsoever to teach a moral code, and I asked Kenpo Lobsang about it, honestly, because it is such a big question. I mean, you're right on the money with the question, Kathy. It's that time, like Sharon's pointing to, where we are going to be living from the laws and principles of grace rather than the laws and principles of this eye for an eye sort of thing. But, you know, both trains are still leaving the station. And we've kind of got 1 foot here, 1 foot here. You know, we're entering the ocean, but the rivers are still discernible. So, okay. So I know there are some of us here who have experienced real somatic things, real things with their physical hearts. And so I'm going to offer a boundless heart meditation and opener. And I don't want to plant, you know, I used to be a nurse, and it was the kiss of death to like offer somebody a Vicodin and go, you might throw up if you eat this. I mean, because guess what? 25 minutes later, your patient was going to be puking. So the power of suggestion, but also there can be physical things that happen with a heart opening meditation. And just encourage you to really tune in, take care of yourself, do what you need to do, ground through the soles of your feet. Dr. Hawkins was a big fan of what he called the thymus thump when you are doing heart stuff. And, you know, you just take like the flat of your fist and like boom, boom, boom. And then kind of like let it sink in throughout your chest. So there's always that. Opening the eyes and gazing can often soften an uncomfortable feeling in the body. But you know, the way knows the way. So look for the way. Listen to the way. So as we've been practicing and lighting up in this retreat, we are bringing the attention down and back and in. And in this case, if you are wanting to follow this meditation, we're going to bring that attention very precisely to the center of the chest. So we all have a physical heart, thanks be to God. We all have a physical heart that is beating beautifully with the rhythm of the universe. God, it's so beautiful. It's like the drum of the Great Mother. But in this time, just for now, we're going to take one step back into the center from the physical heart. And this can get kind of maybe boring, I guess. I don't know. I never get bored, but I guess sometimes minds do get bored. So then they kind of check out or get dull or go offline. If you want to keep following, it's a simple move to reacquaint, re-emphasize, re-enter the center of the chest, right behind the physical heart, but in front of the spine, and kind of inhabit, dwell there, settle, take your seat. This portal, really, in the physical body can be a opening, an opening to this uncaused, unconditional, boundless, limitless, natural love. So we all have beautiful expressions, I hope, of love in our personal lives and our relational lives. This is the love of creation for you, as you, for itself, as itself. Some may find it to be a cave of the heart. It's often experienced that way. It doesn't have to be. Maybe a flame, a gentle lake. So you just come down from the temple of the intellect. The quality that's often experienced with this boundless heart is radiance. It has a radiant quality. And you know how you can't see radiance? It's like a felt thing, like when you back up to the fireplace. It's a radiant quality, a felt sense. So we just continue to open, bring that open field listening that we've been practicing into the depth of the heart, the depth of the chest. And then we just let this radiant quality begin to permeate and circulate. You know, the heart circulates the vitality, it circulates the breath through the blood. And this boundless heart, it radiates and circulates and provides and nourishes the vitality, the life. And you can feel that flowing throughout your body and the atmosphere around your body, the room. And as much as you want to, you can continue to expand that radiance and celebration, really. It feels like a radiant celebration of life, vitality. You can continue to expand that outside of the body, or you can, for sure, just stay within the body in the center of the chest. You can expand it up, down. One of the places that calls me the most with the heart radiance, the boundless heart, is the palms of the hands. You may want to explore the connection between the boundless heart and your own two hands. You can really get a sense of that open palm, that open hand, open-hearted, open-handedness, loosening the grip, relinquishing the relinquishing that personal burden for all that's wrong in the world and all that's wrong with me. Just an openness, but a fierceness as well. The vitality and vitalness. You can even feel kind of like this, if you were expanding it out, clear like to the cosmos, space. It's almost like that personal heartbeat and personal individual sense of this boundless heart within the center of the chest kind of hooks up with that cosmic heart. There's a resonance, there's a mirror image. It's all one. It's all one. My heart, the heart of the universe, the heart of the mother, the heart of love, the heart of life, the heart of the chorus of the birds, the heart of breath, the heart of source, the heart of the ground, the heart of the mountain, the heart of the sky, the heart of your neighbor, part of love itself. You can feel it, maybe even some of you, and you don't have to, you can just sit down right in the center of the chest and just remain, abide. But some of you maybe will still begin to notice, especially if the hands are open, that this heart, this boundless heart, will maybe want to bring something to mind, something to consciousness, or you'll find yourself halfway across the world. Who knows? At some, you just never know, some event. It could be, or in this heart of the mountain, all of a sudden you're in the heart of the mountain, you're the heart of the ocean. And there's this presence and boundless, limitless, unmanufactured, uncreated. You don't have to produce it or come up with it. All encompassing, lovingness. It's innate, it's natural, and it finds its way to all that has been denied, cut off, divided, no matter how horrific it may seem. It too, with the heart of being in disguise and costumes. Or perhaps the false sense of self, the unworthiness, the not good enoughness, the soundtrack, the tapes of not me, not me, it can't be me, could be invited or touched. You find yourself wandering, or if the attention is becoming kind of dull. If you would like to, you can always just bring your attention right back to the center of the chest and kind of vitalize the meditation with your attention. Sometimes, and it doesn't have to be, but sometimes you can even just sort of feel like we were talking about God's brilliancy streaming, pouring forth from this boundless, limitless heart. Never been closed, never been disconnected, knows no boundaries, knows no limits, has no personal sense of woundedness, just uncaused love and life itself. And for those of you who are really wanting to resolve or restore or redeem or just return all the division, all the misconception, the misidentification, the appearances of separateness and division, to inhabit and dwell right here as it radiates throughout time, space, and the universe, and brings light, and love to the places that are living in a sense of cut off, dark, divided. You just open your hands, open your body, and step willingly into that fire. You can practice what we were all diving into yesterday with Sharon's guidance from the seat of the center of the chest. What would love to return to love? Because here I am, right here, a boundless presence at the heart of being. An expression of the great heart with the capacity to serve all beings. The sense of an animating, illuminating, giving, loving, unborn presence at the heart of being. The power of creation, the power of potential, the power of beginningness and freshness, each and every holy instant, through and as the individual, unique, sacred expression. This life is sacred, just as it is. There's a wholeness at the heart of being that cannot be broken or divided. That is the truth of who we are.